Get fokkin rekt! Hi guys, Mattiace, and today we're going to focus on Battlefield 4, this old relic in the Battlefield series that was released in 2013, and it's one of the most popular and most respected game in the franchise. Now, I started playing Battlefield 4 when it was released. I played it in beta also, and I remember thinking that it was basically like a DLC of a Battlefield 3. Now, of course, many Battlefield veterans and if the hardcore fans would most likely disagree with that, or, well, maybe they don't, I'm not really sure. But Battlefield 4 has become very popular again after the official trailer of the new Battlefield 2042. And what basically everybody could see right away was that this game is going to be very, very similar to Battlefield 3 and 4. So now the obvious question to a lot of people is Battlefield 4 worth downloading again or even buying again if you are a Battlefield player but you only play some of the more recent titles such as Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5? Let me try to answer this as best as I can. Now, obviously Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 are both based on the World War I and the World War II era, and therefore the weapons and vehicles are restricted to what was actually available, what mankind had invented or developed back then. Vehicles in Battlefield 4 is a lot faster, stronger, and if you're going up against an experienced tanker in Battlefield 4 and you are not very experienced yourself, then as an infantry player you're mostly going to die quite a lot if you're making any serious attempts trying to take out any of the experienced tankers. Of course, teamwork is key, and if you have that going for you, then, well, congratulations. But a lot of people, when they switch from one game to another, they don't have their full backing of a community or even a squad with them, and that can make Battlefield 4 very, very difficult. Now, the amount of weapons and weapons attachments are in quite an abundance in Battlefield 4, and it can be quite overwhelming again when you are new. To me personally, it makes a big difference if I have a weapon that I really like compared to if I'm experimenting or trying out a weapon that turns out not fitting my playstyle. It is a bigger difference in Battlefield 4 than in Battlefield 1, for example, and as you can tell here, I can deal some significant damage at range even with an assault rifle or a carbine or whatever it is, as long as I pick the right one. Now, it's the assault class that is basically the same as the medic class, or has those gadgets with revive and healing, and the engineer class is the class that takes out vehicles such as what you see here. I quite quickly started enjoying this rocket launcher. It's the FGM 172 short range assault weapon, or SRAV, however you want to say it. And once I tried it out, I decided to stick with it, at least for these so far 3 days of checking out Battlefield 4 again. Now, personally, I really love everything about teamwork in a game such as Battlefield, and if I ruin parts of the game for a squad mate, well, I have a tendency to feel rather bad about it, and I'm hoping to do better next time.
Wait, dude!
Come back, soldier!
Now, if there's anything about this video that gives you the impression that taking down helis and tanks like this is easy, well, I can assure you the vehicles win most of these engagements, at least in my experience. When you do take them out, however, though, it can be very, very satisfying.
是的，我观察到了敌军直升飞机。是的，我发现了敌军直升机。
Hey, get fucking wrecked! So now there are a few things that bothers me a little bit when I start playing medic, for example, or assault, which is kind of fused into the same class. The time you have to revive a fallen teammate is actually very, very limited, and many times I miscalculate this based on the time I'm used to from Battlefield 1. Here you saw me missing 2 revives because I just simply thought I had more time. I also experience healing taking a bit longer. I feel like I have to wait longer on a medical crate or medical box than in Battlefield 1. Could be just my imagination. And I played with the medical box for a while, and then I switched it for the smaller pouches. And the pouches, They function. The difference between the pouches and the box is kind of similar in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4, but the animation when dropping the pouches is kind of slow. It's a bit disruptive, and I just feel like I have to spend more time, or I have to think about healing up a lot more in Battlefield 4 than in Battlefield 1, despite the fact that Battlefield 4 is normally a faster paced game, at least in my experience. Now, having the same old issues with poor movement, here me and the teammate are trying to jump through this window. Of course, we have the same problem as always in Battlefield games. If they could ever fix that, it would be much appreciated. We also know that the Battlefield team on DICE prides themselves on their destruction, and yes, a lot of this looks really cool. It adds a lot of dynamic and a lot of interesting features to the game. But when it works as poorly as you can see here, I can't shoot through this rubble. It's painfully obvious. And the way a lot of gamers experience this is that what seemingly is a cool part of the game becomes a bit of a facepalm moment, and that really isn't something you want from a AAA title. Now, another thing that I personally would like to see changed is the way that we drop whatever loot we get in terms of attachments, weapons, camos, and yeah, you name it. Now, the thing is that opening battle packs like this is, to me, very tedious. I would love to see a system that is less time consuming, less disruptive, and that just everything just happens faster. But then again, that's just me. Some people probably enjoy this a lot more than I do. So now you might be wondering, is there any players on this, what is it, 8-year-old game? Well, you'd be surprised, at least if you're a PC player in or nearby the European area. I personally seem to be finding a more low ping servers in Battlefield 4 than I do in Battlefield 1, and I think also a lot of admins appreciates this game a lot better. I know that admins in Battlefield 1 have been massively disappointed with the lack of options they have, and you'll see a lot more customized servers, but still close enough to the original game so that it doesn't get too disruptive if the original is what you want. There are many servers that have just slight variations, certain weapons you can't use or certain weapon types that we have a little bit of it in Battlefield 1 as well, but it can't really be implemented properly. In Battlefield 4 though, this works much better, surprisingly, since, well yeah, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 are later titles. So now Battlefield 2042, or as we used to believe it was going to be called, Battlefield 6, well, Battlefield 2042 is going to be inspired by Battlefield 4, that much is obvious. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, that is a personal opinion, of course, but it's definitely a safe thing for DICE and EA after the failures based on poor choices with Battlefield 5. So now, on a personal level, I haven't decided how much longer I'm going to be playing Battlefield 4. I'm still enjoying it quite a bit, but I think you will be seeing Battlefield 1 again on this channel ever so soon. Now remember, I do a live stream on this channel basically every day, and I also have a secondary channel where I upload full rounds of unedited footage, mostly tanking and planes. Of course, this being Battlefield 1. And I don't see myself taking the time to learn how to fly helis in Battlefield 4. Maybe I'll change my mind, but as it is, it just seems a little bit too time consuming. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed a video of Battlefield 4. It's been a while, and we are all hopeful for the next Battlefield. What do you guys think? Watching Battlefield 4 and comparing it to what we've seen in the trailer. And I gotta say, in all honesty, I believe that hardcore Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 players are going to enjoy the new Battlefield more than the people that actually do enjoy Battlefield 1 and even Battlefield 5. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed and hit that notification bell already, please do so. Please like the video, and I hope I will see you guys in the next live stream. Thanks for watching. Stop sniping me, for fuck's sake! Somebody's sniping me from somewhere. Ah! Okay, I got one with the mines.